kind of show Brett and then maybe some other people what we can do that's very simple to see what a kid can do for their grade, and then maybe only enter one grade if they were between two grades. Now, if it was me, this is like the way you could easiest explain it to somebody that was in a situation that was maybe on the border between two grades or was trying to do something to, improve their letter grade from one grade to the next. All right, so I'm going to do quick options here, quick score, and I'm just going to go up and down this test category and just randomly assign a grade to a couple places. So if I only have one test grade in this quarter and it's worth the same amount, since we don't go quarter to quarter, that 100 would not impact that child's grade all that much. And the grade that I was looking at down here is, say, maybe this kid's grade. If I put a 100 there, it would get them to a B. And say if I went to this kid's grade here, if I put a 100 there, this kid would get an A minus. All right. That is an easy way to accomplish the letter grade bump, or just see if it would be even feasible that a kid could get. They could have gotten one grade higher if they had just taken one more test, equal the same amount as any other test in your grade book from the previous quarter. So that's one way you can attack that. And I was very careful to make sure that nobody's name was on here except for mine way at the top. But this is from a class of my like pre-cal kids who all did pretty well. A couple kids are on the border and they're going to be interested. And if they're interested, I'm going to give them the opportunity to change their grade. Now, this is the simplistic, do one thing and you get where you need to go. Now, say that this child right here that had the 73 really, 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 really wanted to get a grade higher than maybe a 70, whatever it was, a 76. Then that would be a case by case basis. But my mentality with the whole grading thing is if they're willing to do some work in this very extraordinary situation, and we can figure out some way that we both can agree, kid and student, about how much work needs to be accomplished to get to that grade, and how we can fairly, accomplish whatever both of our desires are, then we can work it out between the two of us. It's not impossible to get a kid to go to the next highest grade. Now, there's going to be some kids I just encourage to do this, because this kid right here that's got this C, he's just a slacker. He reminds me of me in high school, and I'm really just trying to beat them into understanding and getting grades that you should be able to get is important. All right. Now, I know this child is somebody that has been working really hard this last semester, but that for some reason, one quiz, two quizzes really screwed them up. So, in that kind of case, I'm kind of up in the air about how to fairly give a kid a retest in this format. I think that you really have to think really outside the box and do what we called in my graduate classes authentic assessment. And authentic assessment is going to take a little bit of time for the teacher to like come up with a good way that they could show you in a manner that you're convinced that they know how to do it, and something other than a classic paper and pencil test. Um, I'm kind of up in the air about how the different ways you're going to do it. I think it really depends on how close to whichever letter grade you are. The farther away from the letter grade you are, the more likely I would be to like saying, hey, maybe we do something different to reach our goals. I'm going to put together a form for my kids to use to kind of guinea pig them out to see what they would like to do just with the math world, and what they'd like to do to maybe try to improve their grades. But that is one way that I was thinking about how you could simply change their grade. Okay. Now, I mean, you could do this. I guess I could put 200 in this kid's grade, and it's going to give me an error message there. And then you could just like keep messing with it until you get the percentage you wanted. So let's see if 110 would get him where it needed to be. 110 wouldn't get it done. 120 wouldn't get it done. 130 would get it done. That's another way you could do it to make it easy for the people who are not so math minded. about how you could get the kid a grade, and then just maybe leave a comment in the comment code saying alternate assessment used, approved by Mr. Hickman, signed off by maybe an administrator. Okay. Not that I want to like put a bunch of more work on your guys' table. If you guys haven't like noticed, I'm trying really hard to try not to put more work on your table. I'm really trying to take work off your table. All right. All right. So that was a little 5 minute and 30 minutes, 35 minute, 30-second video about one way we could deal with our grade. All right. Thank you for watching my video.